Have you ever tried blindfolded archery? You don't know what you're missing. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip, the Meeple on duty, and today we are talking about another Kickstarter preview. And this time it's from a company that I really enjoy, and you can tell from the title what the game is, and that is Shipwrights of the North Sea by Garphill Games, or Garphill Games. I can never remember which it is. I have put myself on a timer so that way I don't drag this out for like 20 minutes. I'm on 10 minutes at time to see if I can get through this. This is not a new game. This is a redux, a redo, if you will, and I love this concept. Basic story from him is that Shipwrights was his first game. It was a good game, but it got overshadowed by Raiders of the North Sea, and so did Explorers, but Explorers is good in its own right, and there are fans of that. But this is the one game that he's designed that he looks back on and goes, I really wish I could do that again. And he did. So it's not a reprint of the same game. It is a redo of the game. It is keeping the same basic elements and producing a better game that is more in line with his game style that fans of the Garphill line love and play to death. Now, we're going to get right into it. I am a huge Garphill fan. I have everything. I don't have all the promos and all that stuff. The one thing I wish I could get my hands on that I probably will never get my hands on is the playmat for Raiders of the North Sea, because it ties all the expansions together, puts it all on one nice board, and can be put away nicely. I missed the sale when he had it, and they're not going to produce anymore, so not going to get it, which is very sad for me, but I completely understand from their perspective of why they're not going to do that. Shipwrights of the North Sea, the original one, is Heather's favorite. The problem with it is that there's a lot of take that elements to it, and with the drafting and all that, it can just take forever for the game to end. You can just get caught in a loop where all you're just doing things on your turn without getting anything done. And that was one of the main concerns that he had that he's addressing in this series, or this redo of it. There's some other things that are going on with it. Sorry, my screens are over here, and I'm talking over here. So I'm doing my best to keep my eyes over here at you guys, rather than staring at myself, even though I am gorgeous. So yeah, this is Heather's favorite game, so we're not getting rid of the old one especially until we find out if she likes the new one, because the new one is going to bring it more in line with the standard fare of a Garphill game. The extra things coming with this, as you will see, is going to be some box sleeves for the games he already produced, and a collector's box, so the bigger box, so they'll all be uniform box sizes for Explorers. Explorers will come with a very nice insert to help set up and get the game rolling. I have already wasted 4 minutes just on that explanation, so let's flip our screen. All right, here we go. Now, here we are at the top. Oops, let's go up here with my mousey. All right, here we are at the top. So this is doing really well. There's 10 days left. 22, almost 2,300 backers. Almost 200,000 raised on a pledge of on a goal of 14, which you knew he was going to go higher than that anyways to begin with. Why back now? You get new stuff that you will get this stuff before it hits retail. The box sleeves will not be going to retail. He'll be making as much as he can or as he needs to, and then any overstock will go to his website, and once that's sold, it's gone. All products are discounted, not discontinued. I really enjoy the metal coins that you can get for these games but you got to get them on the Kickstarter or from their site. Buy from a trusted company with a proven track record for delivering projects on time. I don't know how he does what he does, but his games show up like at your door 8 months later, 10 months later, something like that. I don't know what he's doing, but I like it because that's a reliability that I have not had from any game manufacturer yet. So in this one, the original one, you were drafting cards, you were putting them down, you were collecting resources and workers. You had townsfolk and ships you were using townsfolk resources and craftsmen to build these ships that generated you points. There were some buildings you could build that generated you some points. But watching 3-minute overview of the game, a lot of that looks like it changed. What's going away in this edition is that while it's still a drafting game, the take that elements that he did not care for are being removed from the game. And I think that's actually a very good call on their behalf, is to remove that element from the game to speed up gameplay. Because if I can just block all your plans by taking the one card you needed to finish it out, but that does me no good, then I'm stuck as well, and it just drags the game out. This drops the game to 5 rounds total. So there's no more like this game continues for 2 hours. You have 5 rounds to get everything done that you're going to get done. Got 3 minutes left. You are still trying to build ships and create the largest fleet. Getting the right here, you can see the victory points up in the upper hand corner. Townsfolk are going to let you do different things. But I really actually enjoyed this track. Gives you different things, bonuses and stuff like that. Oh shoot, I'm not going to be able, it's not on here. It was in the review. You know what? Let's just pop open the rule book. You can actually slide slide cards. Where is it? You have all your cards. You have, so right here shows the, tracking my mouse, what you can trade stuff for at what cost. And this will tell you how much coinage you can trade out for that. You can, and he also added a little X, and you can discard a card from your hand for that resource. Really, really stinking cool. This actually went to a simultaneous play rather than a turn by or person by person base. And I'm trying to see if there's a place where you can show it. So above your board, you're going to have your completed ships. Here you're going to have your craftsmen and your ships on your player board, your resources underneath, and your buildings that you've built under that. Okay, so I'm back. I didn't realize my camera had died. I don't know where this left off. But yeah, so you can see right here, you can add character or add people under there. So when you go to that building, you can get extra things off of that turn. I think it's an amazing step in the right direction for this game doing that, because what it does is it creates a drafting. So while you're still drafting things, you're also building an engine to keep resources flowing in and building out your chiefdom, your camp, and getting ready for that next Raiders of the North Sea game sort of feel. I will be doing a full read of this rulebook now that I got it open, because you can, and it'll give a really good feel of how the game flow is going to go. Flipping this over. And yeah, I think I'm over my 10-minute line, but that's okay. I think this game has progressed from a good game to a great game. And I understand that I got overshadowed by Raiders of the North Sea because that was a really amazing iteration of a worker placement game. And I think this is going to be a really great iteration of that drafting mechanic, of that engine building, of that tableau building that the first one wasn't, but could have been. Being that it was his first game design, you're not going to get everything right. And he's lucky enough that he's in a position where he can go back and say, yeah, I can get this right this time. And I can improve some other things along the way. I am currently in on this for the box sleeves as well, because I realized looking at the sleeves games stacked up next to each other, I would probably have some OCD issues if I didn't have those all stacked up. Since there's going to be 4 series overall, we're working on the South trilogy right now, and then there's going to be the Eastern trilogy, and I want them all to look pretty on my shelf in uniform as we go, and they will all have their own space on the board as well. So that's pretty much all I had. This Kickstarter is going amazingly well for him right now. I wish him nothing but the best, because keep producing games, man, and keep delivering them on time like you have. And I will keep buying and playing all those games. And yeah, I'm curious to see how this stacks up with my wife, because she loves Shipwrights of the North Sea as is. And I want to see what her thoughts are on this one, where it adds a little more complexity. Still pretty streamlined from the looks of everything going on, but really adds some extra depth and removes take that element of hate drafting so horribly and not being able to do anything at that point. So that's all I had. Thanks, guys, for watching.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.